What's up? I'm HUGZ, that's Sam. Welcome to HUGZ and Sam. Today we're getting into Black Mirror episode 2. Last episode, or the very first episode we watched, a great way to just break into the show.
A dude banged a pig.
Not just any dude either. The Prime Minister banged a pig on national television.
To completion. For no reason.
For no reason. I really... At first I was like... I'd heard it was a comedy. Okay, so then we get into it, and this dude's got to bang a pig. And I'm like, all right, this seems like a comedy. It seems like a very dark comedy.
Oh, he's got to bang a pig. No, not a comedy.
I just need to... Hold on. Never in my whole life, no matter how funny a joke I've ever heard, I've never heard someone go, tee tee at a joke in my whole life.
It's more something you type, you know? T-E-E-E.
But the way that you said it, though, was like someone... Focus. Okay. But anyway, I was like, yeah, a guy banging a pig, Prime Minister banging a pig, that's kind of funny. But therein lies the problem, is the fact that we as a society, even though we feel bad for him, when we're watching the show, we're like, man, like, this is pretty messed up. But everybody else thought it was a huge joke. And it's like, this is really actually kind of messed up.
Yeah.
And then the journalist ends up getting shot because she's got to be first on the scene. She's got to be up in all the business with the camera. And she should have run in the first place instead of just, like, chilling there when everybody's busting in. Or stopped when they were yelling at her, like... Yeah. You're going to get shot. Yeah. So I'm interested to see how this series evolves, how it changes, because every episode is a different story. Yeah. So we're completely leaving behind the pig-tastrophe that was the last episode. Excited to jump into the new one. It says something about a singing competition show. Excited for that because if y'all know us, if you're in the Discord or whatever, we love singing shows, reality shows, cooking shows. That's why we might do Food Wars anime reactions in the future. But let's go ahead, jump into it, see what's going down.
That's so cool.
That's baller. It's a tiny room, but... Ah!
Aw. Got like a little avatar there that pops up. That's so cool.
Brother Guts season 20.
Prom race babes, the hottest girls in the nastiest situations.
So you lose money if you skip ads.
Yeah.
They're all like wearing the same outfits.
They all seem like real unhappy too.
It's like they're in like a prison because they're in that tiny room to begin with.
Yeah.
Is this how they gain merits? Huh. That's cool. So is this like how they generate electricity or something? Or like why do they get merits for doing this? They're all wearing like the same colors and it's all very like drab clothing. That's pretty baller.
Yeah.
I both love and fear this world that they're in.
Yeah.
That wasn't good.
Damn.
That was beyond...
Oh snap, I was like...
I know, I was like, okay.
You decide the victor's situations.
View obstructed. So when you like close your eye, wow.
Are you serious right now?
It's like forcing him to stay awake too. That's so messed up with the whole like, if you're not looking, it like plays that auditory tone. Like, so it does seem like they say working towards a brighter now. So is it like, it says paying their dues, and it makes it seem like they're riding it to like make electricity or something. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
There's got to be a reason they're riding the bikes to do something.
Yeah.
Fun. I mean, on the...
Hey, regular user. New prom race.
Regular user.
Select
That's a lot of merits to skip those though. Like I wonder how long he has to ride in order to
make up for it.
Yeah.
I liked you singing the other day.
I was trying to sing so no one could hear me pee. I'm not sour or anything.
You've got a phenomenal voice. It was the most beautiful song.
No, this is in the right order.
Don't downplay it, good.
The song's good.
I like that. I like the way she says
The
that.
noises in the right order.
My mom used
I'm
to
like
say
trying to
that.
figure out in my head like what this whole situation is. When you turn 21, are you forced to go to these stations then? Like is that like a worldwide thing? She said she tried to go down where her sister was.
It's what, 12 mil just to enter? What kind of bike time is that? 6 months?
Yeah, but-
You know what? I'm hand to mouth. I know people save and starve to get onto that stage. I know that's what Selma
Yeah,
did.
He's got
but-
You know,
15
Can you
million.
give her?
I'd rather
Can you
not
give her?
Yeah, but I'll gift it to you.
Oh yeah.
Look around here. I just
Wow.
just want something real to happen. Just once.
What are they powering? What are they doing? It has to be powering something.
Miss out.
You wouldn't know. I don't care anyway. I'll go with you. No better. I'll force you. I'll force you to go.
The crazy thing is people spend 12 million to go and just get shut down.
I'll go as far as to say.
You know what I mean?
This proves acceptable.
That shot of that building is like so crazy. Cause like you saw there's like 13 floors, but I didn't think there was that many floors of
Yeah.
like them all on their bikes. Like that's insane.
Dang. He did it still.
Wow.
Damn. He didn't even care.
But are they not allowed to like go to each other's rooms and stuff? Cause it's just the avatar.
You, from
Oh
race
my
base,
God.
the hottest girls in the nasty situations.
You only got 9,000 now, dude. Damn, you can't be skipping them ads, bro. I gave you 15 million credits. You gave me a paper penguin.
Hey, that's
Equal
like
trade.
so meaningful.
Wow.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
The way they were doing it like that, though, makes it seem like,
Like that's like they can't.
frowned upon, yeah. The female judge looks really into it, but like, the race dude didn't seem to like have any.
Yeah, he seems bored.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you there.
Forget about all the shame and all that. We medicate against that. You will have pleasure forever.
Realistically, sweetheart, it is that or the bike.
Wow. Medicate against the
Okay, you know
shame.
what? This is starting to annoy me. Who do you think is powering that spotlight?
Of course, that's what he wants. Oh my god. How did these people, like, how are they not on bikes? So she said she'll do it?
Yeah. And then he's got to be like forced to watch it now because he can't really skip.
What else? Beautiful things.
I wonder, like, how he feels about the fact that he sent her there, like...
It's a dream.
He's, like, all alone, too. Is he gonna get the freaking ad and not be able to skip it? He didn't have enough credits to skip. Wow. It's gonna do the,
Resume viewing. Resume
wow.
viewing. Resume viewing. Resume viewing. Resume viewing. Resume viewing.
Damn, gosh. He's like cracking it. Oh my gosh.
Wow. Is he trying to teach himself to dance for the freaking
Talent show
hot
thing?
shots
Yeah.
or whatever? He knows the trick to get that, so he'll get it for free. Dang, he's going in too. Why is he the only one there? There was like a whole... Oh,
Oh.
he must just be the first one for that day. She's still in there? She had been in there for a week at that point, so she's been in there for like 3 months probably.
Yeah.
I'm an entertainer.
Didn't seem very entertaining in his his delivery of that. I'm an entertainer. We know he worked out a whole routine, so. Watch them be like, it's brilliant, like, you win.
Speak! I haven't got a speech, I didn't plan words, I didn't even try to. I just knew I had to get here, to stand here, and I knew I wanted you to listen. To really listen, not just pull a face like you're listening, like you do the rest of the time.
Damn.
A face like you're feeling instead of processing.
The most heartfelt thing I've seen on this stage since Hot Shot began.
Are they gonna treat that as like a performance and fucking say he won?
Everyone in this hall, something we all agree on. Even though we may not comprehend all of it, I think I'm right in saying we do feel it less.
I want to know why these people are special.
Authenticity is in woefully short supply. I'd like to hear you talk again.
She doesn't want him to leave.
He's like just dripping.
Certainly does.
We're all in this together, they say, yeah, right. Farewell forever. To the same time next week.
Damn. I thought he was about to do it.
He's like, that's like a fake cell. So is there like just a regular world outside of all these cells? Like, why are certain people in the cells? Why are certain people not? Like, that's so sad. Is he just effectively in a larger cell now? You know?
So, like, what the heck? Like, he doesn't get the girl, like...
And she ended up with the worst of the whole situation. I was looking to see if this was gonna be like how it was with the last one where it went through the credits or whatever.
Yeah.
She ended up with like the worst of it all because she looked horrible in that last video that they were doing. Like,
so
she was
miserable, and they like dyed her hair like blonde, or it was a wig or whatever.
Yeah.
She just did not look happy.
And the whole thing, Wraith telling her, like, if you're worried about the shame, we medicate against that. It's like, that's freaking crazy. That's like,
yeah,
sex trafficking, drugging girls, and so it's just,
yeah.
It's an uncomfortable subject. I think that's going to be the overall theme of like this entire show, is facing up against very uncomfortable conversations and stuff like that. And
yeah,
I don't know. It's
and how like he gave up, like, I guess his whole point.
He sold
because
that. He hoard out
he,
himself
like, exactly,
too now.
Like he's like, oh, I
Just
have a
in a
chance
different
at
way.
like doing something and like not having to live in this life, this monotonous life I have been living in. Sure, why not? You know.
Yeah. I don't know.
And so he's turned his like serious, heartfelt speech into like something he just does, like.
He just rants. I mean, he still
now,
rants. You
yeah.
know, like he's still talking about things that mean something.
Right.
But I think like he's removed from it now, so it's going to be different.
Mm-hmm.
The dude who plays Bing though, super good actor.
Oh, yeah.
Like that impassioned speech he gave when I thought he was gonna end it, was so good.
Yeah.
So good, and it's like I see this, and there was something specifically. Oh, it's like DLC in the real world. Like DLC has come to everything, microtransactions. You know, like because I see this and I think of like gaming. Like you buy a core game, and then every single thing that you want to do in like certain games, it's like, oh, it's another microtransaction. It's another, you know,
even
it can't all just come together.
Like that's so crazy. Like,
and I'm like, that's like if that came to the world instead of just like gaming. And even in gaming they're cracking down on that type of stuff because it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But this is a world where that's how everything is.
Right.
Also, what are they powering? Are they powering the world, or is there something else out there that they're powering?
Yeah, it kind of like sucks that it's like these are all separate shows, I guess. So like we won't ever know. But
well, I think that's what's cool about it.
He even said like you're powering the light, you know. So
Yeah.
it's like, are they powering their entertainment?
Yeah, but here's the thing, okay? Even Bing, outside of it, where he's like a streamer now and not on the bikes, still looks like he's just in a larger prison cell, essentially. Where do the judges go home to?
Exactly.
Are they in...
Where was Abby and her sister before they turned 21? Where's their family?
That's what I'm saying. Like, what are the scenarios outside of all
and, like,
this?
how did her parents get together? Like, if has this been going on all this time to where, like, could they have gotten together and, like, I guess had like a family, you know what I'm saying?
Well, and it says like paid their dues, so I wonder if you earn like a certain amount, or if you do a certain amount of cycling, like eventually you
can pay to
like
get
free.
out. Like if you get like 100 million, you can pay to get out forever or something. I don't know. Like pay your bail.
I don't know, but it does leave you asking a lot of questions about this world, which is interesting. You know, it's like you can theorize a lot about what you think or what it means. I think it means different things to different people.
Yeah.
You know, this type of show begs for questions to be asked, and I think that's just the charm of it. I really do enjoy it. It's very sexual in this episode, though.
Yeah.
Like, it's a little abrasive and stuff like that, but again, when you're dealing with the types of topics you are, you kind of have to be.
Right. For sure.
Don't know. I liked it overall. I thought it was a really good show, though. I love Black Mirror. It's very cool. It's so different from everything else that we're watching. It's so different from anything I've watched before. I've heard people say, like, it's kind of like Twilight Zone. I don't think you've ever watched Twilight Zone. But it is, like, a very modern, edgy take on like a Twilight Zone. It's not as sci-fi, at least not yet, because even this stuff I wouldn't say that's super like futuristic. Like we have panels and LED screens that can be on walls now that can do things with VR and stuff like that. So I don't think a lot of this is that far from where we are in a technology standpoint, and it makes it scarier.
Yeah.
That it isn't that far removed. You know, it's not like we didn't see like flying cars and, you know, like, which even nowadays, like, that's not that crazy. We had a freaking car in space. But I don't know. I'm really interested to see what the rest of these episodes are. We're still in season 1. These are very short seasons, though. And I think the original season or the original couple, I'm not sure. I know there was a time gap in here at some point, and then it came to Netflix. Okay. So I think it's a Netflix series now.
Okay.
Like I think the actual Netflix production company makes the new series. But I'm not sure about that because I think originally this was like a BBC thing. It was over in the UK. All right, but good episode. Let us know what you thought in the comment section down below. Like it if you did, sub if you don't already. Shout out to our patrons watching the full and early reactions up on Patreon. Thank you so much for your support. You really don't know how much it means. It means the world. And we'll be back more videos soon. We love you guys. Bye.